A text her doing a stream with Cody. Maybe Laurie Lewis could join in. Yeah, well, maybe you could show the picture. But okay, so let me know. Do you want to do the Wood theme song?
Yeah, here
All
we
right,
go.
because
Everybody's
we're
ready.
breaking a lot of rules, so at least we'll keep them
We
anyway.
we
We're
just broke.
not. We're not. No, there's no headphones, microphones. We're going to talk over each other.
Yeah, it's pretty. Here we go. I'm gonna click play on the song. Welcome everybody.
It's not bad.
Welcome to the Fred Stoller Stream with your hosts, Fred Stoller and Cody Banks.
Again, it sounds like Cody Banks. There was a movie called Cody Banks.
There
Now,
was Disney. Yeah,
oh, maybe he thinks you're the live version of Cody Banks.
I'm the one and only Cody Banks.
Well, now we got to be careful not talking about Wood, but I'm going to say it anyway because Wood is very loyal and
He
listens
is.
to each one on his big. I'm not exaggerating. I think he's got an 80-inch TV,
Oh, I
something.
know it's amazing.
So he goes, you got to test it out on a big TV,
Hmm.
and so he's usually can say it looks good on a big TV. Morning, Mickey and Scarlett. They're already on. Uh,
Nice.
so, so I was asking Cody. So this is good, all right? It's not MLC where we don't yell at each other and punch the wall. I know I'm just kidding, but you learn a little about cartoon pacing. So I'm asking Cody, and for your education,
Yeah.
floor, is Cody getting sued by Frankie Muniz would be great for publicity. Yes,
Yeah. There you go.
because he is Cody Banks and you're Cody Shanks. So
Right. They're taking my
I,
name.
I think there could be a problem. I see a lawsuit too. So we'll do a GoFundMe. We got 7 people here, and if you're being sued by Frankie Muniz, I think I think we could get them to throw it out because
Right.
I think it's a lawsuit. It sounds like a good one for publicity, but we could
Right.
prove you did nothing malicious.
Mm-mm.
You should. So basically, what I'm trying to learn, if only this stream was in 4K.
I know.
Hey, Laurie. So Laurie Lewis, maybe we could have her join because you people, and it always sounds derogatory, like a racist thing. You people, what do you? You people, you should
That's
hire
great.
Cody to do your own kind of. She hired Cody to do a very cute birthday message for her husband. And do you want? Are you able to show it?
Oh yeah. Let me.
Charlotte said she went back to school shopping today. Oh, I'm not seeing the displays. I'm not seeing the comments. I forgot there's something I may have to.
Oh yeah. Can you actually see the comments on
I see
Restream?
it on YouTube, but I'm
Mm.
not seeing it on a. Okay.
Let me look for the.
Actually,
Hmm.
what's his name? Dave Sarah, who Jeff Richards was doing an impression of, was saying sometimes it's good to have a second monitor. If I had a good get up, but today I'm lazy. I'm just sitting on my couch.
It's a
I
lazy stream. We could call it a lazy stream.
lazy stream. We got the cats over there. One is in the thing. One is on top. It's something.
What's up?
Laurie is giving me good advice. Maybe I'll get a more comfortable chair. I need to prep
Mm.
to come on camera. Yeah, I thought Cody could maybe show the
Yeah.
picture he did. That way other people could go, I'm going to hire him too.
Yeah. I'm getting it right now. I'm looking for the file here.
So you could reach out, and if you want something for whoever, Cody will do it. Now, her husband and and Lori not so much are fans of mine, so they wanted a picture. He was in is it called Glam Rock group?
Oh yeah, oh, there it is. I found it.
Yeah, I'm getting the comments on YouTube, but not on here. So maybe
Let's see. Does it pull up?
so this is so I met Lori because each year I would do a cameo for Cliff, her husband. Can the people see any comments on the side? Because they like commenting back and forth with each other.
Oh, I don't know. Wait, I am not also.
I'm only reading the comments. No, they're on YouTube, so they should be able to read the comments. But for some reason,
Hey, Fred, that's weird. Yeah, I'm not actually seeing them on.
I have my iPhone next to me with the YouTube, but I'm not reading comments on the stream. So okay, Chris sees it. So tell me, Lori, about Cliff, that he was in no, it's just you. No, it's just in the YouTube chat. So usually we see them here, but as long as you see them. So Lori, tell me again what Cliff was in. He played, I guess, guitar. YouTube, yes. Okay, so they're reading the comments. So they love the Thrill Seeker bit. So this is, and he played at the Troubadour on Sunset Boulevard. And this is a thing. I'm sure Lori's you sent her high res?
Yes. And if they have any,
she'll frame it.
Cool.
And hire Cody, you people, if you want a caricature with me in it, or just you, or Cliff was in a big hair on MSC Records back in the late 80s, but now he's a PhD physicist. All right, that's why I'm intimidated by your friend and Cliff, those brilliant scientists. But hopefully they're nice scientists. So, all right, this is a plug for what Cody does. You could reach out here, Instagram, and you'll get you could get a custom-made picture from what is it? The Outlaw Cody Banks. What was the movie called?
Yeah, Cody Banks. He was wasn't he like a spy or something?
Well,
Hillary Duff. Hillary Duff.
That's what Wood is saying then. And Cody Banks.
Cody Banks.
All right. Well, this is a great picture. And Cliff is a big guy. What is he, 6'4", I'm guessing? He's a big guy, I could tell. All right. So let's go back to our thing, Cody. Hey, Steve. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, guys.
So Steve is an Ohioan, and first of all, I was just texting that my new favorite way to socialize, I'm pretty isolated in this area, but when Steve came over with a few friends and watched a French, not French New Wave, but French heist movie, I really like socializing that way. So I hope you enjoyed it, Steve. And Steve is one of the most, I thought I was intimidated because a friend of mine is a nuclear scientist, but Steve, you could see his Emmy in the top right of his. So you can.
Actually, there's two of them.
Where?
Oh, hey, let's look at them.
Wow. Wait, they look different. Why do your two Emmys look different?
Because they're facing different directions.
Okay. So
cool.
That's pretty impressive.
Do you hear my dog barking in the background?
Yes, that's don't tell me, Catherine.
That's Catherine.
Does she want to get in the cat room?
Catherine.
Now, before I ask you a pacing question, Steve, about a joke we're working on,
Yeah.
I want to say I'm getting on my high horse.
Okay.
A friend of mine's talk about sign. All right, I won't get on it. They're going to listen to it. But Shelly is great that she's fosters dogs and cats.
Yes, she just had to return the cats to the Humane Society where they're getting the kittens, where they're getting spayed or neutered, whatever happens to. Well, there's 2 males, 2 females, so spayed and neutered, and they're four orange tabbies. And so she said her final goodbyes to them, which was difficult because one in particular really was in love with her
Oh,
unconditionally.
I mean, I never see growing up, and until I was 37, I never was really exposed to cats. I just thought they're like squirrels, but then I love all cats because I got Mitchell, who's the that I explain them. They're needy in their own way. They're like they go to the party, but they don't know how to work it. Dogs know how to work it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're needy and want love, but they don't know the rules. Oh, you're supposed to do this and that.
Yeah.
So I just
is there a place for me to put a picture of them here?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
How do I do that? I've copied a picture. What do I click on?
Let's see.
There's a private chat, but is that?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Maybe just hold it to the phone for now.
You
Cody's
could send it to me, or you can try. I don't know. I did click Control P once on the screen, and it if you had it copied.
So let me tell the people watching a
I might
little
be the
bit
only one that.
about Steve. So Steve, I know since 1980. Great friend. He was in the stand-up comedy boom. Who was on Everybody Loves Raymond from day one. I assume those are the 2 Emmys, unless one was for Till Death or Hot Cleveland or some of the other shows you were on.
No, those are Raymond.
So Steve was probably involved in some way in every Raymond episode, as opposed to Seinfeld, which Steve was a staff writer on that. But when you were involved in Seinfeld, you only have your paws or imprints if it's your episode, if you came up with the storyline.
Right.
I assume with Raymond, everyone has input on every story, right?
Yes, eventually. Yeah. What was good about that show was that, you had to come up with your own idea. And then.
But you were still involved even if it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you brought it into the room and everybody sort of pitched on it. And Phil, you'd beat it out together, the general beats. This is the shape of the story. And then you'd go off and write an outline, which we always called them 2-pagers, but they always ended up being 6 or 7 pages, if not more. And so a detailed outline, scene by scene. So you had the opportunity to have, work the idea yourself. And then you brought the outline into the room and everybody gave notes on the outline. And you either got the go ahead to go to script or you had to go back and redo the outline based on the notes if there were some big notes. And then you write the script. And then we would give it to Phil. Just Phil, nobody else. And Phil would give notes on that. And so you do those notes. And then you'd bring it eventually into the room where everybody, and you'd go through it page by page with everybody in the room. So what was good about that is you had the benefit of all the other brains in the room, but you also had a certain amount of autonomy being alone with the script to kind of do it your way, put your stamp on it. It sometimes could almost completely change and maybe barely a line of yours was left in it at the end, or some of the better lines were pitched by somebody else. I mean, I did a script early on where the line that everybody quotes, I had a lot of lines in it, but the line that everybody quotes was pitched by my friend Lou Schneider. So
What was the line? What?
the line, it was about Deborah getting horny on Christmas because Ray is vacuuming, and she gets turned on by the fact that he's vacuuming. But they can't do anything about it because the family is coming over any minute now. And Ray says to Deborah, and this is Lou's line, you can't do this to me, because she's sort of coming on to him and saying how sexy he is in his boxer shorts and the vacuum cleaner. And Ray says, you can't do this to me. You've already activated the launch sequence. And that's the line. If anybody watches that show, that's the line they quote. And that was pitched in the room by Lou. And I have other lines and other people's scripts, so it went that way. So it was very collaborative, but you also had your chance to be alone with the script,
Well,
which was the most satisfying.
now, Steve, when I worked on Seinfeld my one year, if I was not lazy, I'd be in my office. I would point behind me to my Seinfeld year poster. But
Yeah.
people ask me, what did you learn? And I have to say, I only learned one thing being on staff, because I wasn't really in on the process. Even my own script, The Soup,
Yeah.
which actually you helped more, because I would call you from the office.
Yeah.
And Steve, God bless him. Well, I think you weren't working that year. You were doing warm-ups for Seinfeld, and you
Yes.
really helped me so much more. But you you're not, even when they do your script, the way it's a little different than what you just said. First, with Seinfeld, you got to get a Jerry, Kramer, Elaine, and George Story approved.
Right.
And then once you approve them, and one thing Steve said early on is Jerry's stories are the hardest because he has the least flaws. So I was lucky that Larry liked my story about Kenny Banya, about the soup count as a meal. After that, I could not get a Jerry, because Jerry's not cheap. He's not a loser with women, all that stuff. So basically, and then you got to map out on your dry erase board. Banya brings in the suit and this. Then when they approve of it, Jerry and Larry shut the door, maybe 2-3 days. And so I wasn't, and then when they shoot the episode, I'm still not really involved in it. So I didn't really learn that much being on Seinfeld.
You had the best analogy when you talked about working on Seinfeld. It was like you were all in the detective precinct, and you're working on your own little cases in your cubicle, and every once in a while you go into the captain, who would be Larry, and he'd tell you, follow this lead or follow that lead.
Yes.
Then you go back to your cubicle.
We're all working on murders, but our own ones.
Yeah, and it's not collaborative. It's basically two different styles, two different personalities. Phil Rosenthal is an extrovert. Yeah. He's an extrovert. He loves the room. He loves the whole social aspect of it. And if you watch your show, Somebody Feed Phil, you can tell he's a social creature, and food is.
Well, he's like a guy on a Netflix show. Hey, I'm Phil. Hey, everyone, let's eat. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's a social. Larry is an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Larry, the people around exhaust him, and so
I'm like that. Everything I do, I need to decompress or nap. Yes.
Yeah, and Larry works better alone, and so all he really needed from people was a premise. Because once a premise sort of resonated with him, then he could take off and write the show. And so you have the premise of the guy who is soup a meal or not. That's really all he needed.
Well, I had the same. Sorry to interrupt. I wrote, and a lot of, when you hand in a Seinfeld script, a lot of your lines don't remain. Some of them remained, like I'm huge, because Bruce Smirnoff worked out way too good. So I went from a 40 to a 40 view, but I didn't come up with the line, it's gold, Jerry. Yeah. So people think that's mine. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I did a movie. I mean, the one episode that I got on, that I wrote with John Heyman and Bill Masters, was called The Movie. And we came up with the title for one of the movies they were seeing. and the movie was the title we came up with was
Rochelle.
it. Well, no, we didn't come up with that. Ours was there was a movie out of the time called Tie Me Down, Beat Me Up, or something like that. It was some foreign film, sexy foreign film. And so we did some parody of that kind of a title. And Larry changed it to Rochelle. And that became, that get called back in a number of different shows. But it was from the one that we wrote, but we didn't even make, that wasn't the title we had.
I remember that names, when you handed in a Seinfeld episode, it was rare that a name you came up with remained. Kenny Banya, I called Rory Feldman. That didn't remain. I did the episode where Kramer has to apologize to a monkey. I called the monkey Mitchell, which ended up being my cat's name. He changes to Barry. So random. But the thing that gives me the most pleasure was being a guy in the 70s, and Al is here, who's my age, and he knows a lot of the. I just like the name Mendy Rudolph as an NBA referee, and I thought it was a demented name, so I just called the restaurant Mendy's arbitrarily, and it remained. And coincidentally, there's a Jewish deli in New York called Mendy's. So they would advertise Mendy's from Seinfeld, where soup is a meal. So they took all the credit. And people would go there going, "This is the real Mendy's," which I was just an arbitrary word I used. Yeah. And so one time I went there, and the guy said he was on a plane going to Puerto Rico. And someone says, "What do you do?" He goes, "Do you watch Seinfeld?" "Yeah." "You know the restaurant Mendy's?" "Yeah." Mendy. Oh my God. So I just arbitrarily came up with the word Mendy, and it stuck.
Other people are cashing in on it.
Yes. It's but I hate to speak for Steve, but I'm going to tell one of your stories, and I'm sure you'll elaborate on it. So talk about input. When I was on the Everybody Loves Raymond. Okay, so basically, I tell the story that what happened with me is I auditioned. There was a part where there were a lot of comedians. It was a high school reunion. And the part ended up going to Brian Posehn and Bob Odenkirk, two guys at a high school reunion. And I remember auditioning, and then I called Steve up because Steve's a good friend, and I auditioned for Phil Rosenthal, Lou Schneider, you mentioned, and Ray. And they were kind of laughing. And Steve said, they were laughing because when you said the word now, they go, "He sounds like Raymond." So is that something you always accentuated, that Ray said now kind of funny? Because they were going, he says now the way Raymond said.
You'd say meow. Meow.
So Steve said, "If there's ever an episode where you're a cousin, you're the cousin." I went, "All right, we'll see if that happens." So what happened was now tell me again, Steve, every year they would do an episode where reenacting a wedding, or what was the thing?
Well, no, at the end of every year, we would do a flashback episode, like how they met. One was their wedding. One was, when the kids were born, it was a way to reach back into the past and do an episode that set up that if this were a sequential show, you would start with that. And so that was just a way for us to do an episode that was a flashback episode.
So I played, I think was it a flashback of their wedding, or they did a 10-year reenactment?
Either a flashback of the wedding, or we did a flashback of their wedding. We also did Robert's wedding, which was not a flashback.
No, but I'm saying my first one I was on, and all my lines got cut, but they established me as a guy with the accordion and schmucky Gerard. I was nauseous. I was going to throw up. And I went, all right, all my lines got cut. But luckily, there were two writer's assistants who, they try, they're writer's assistants, but they have the ear of Phil Rosenthal to pick stories. So I guess Jason and I forgot the other guy's
Mike,
name.
Jason and Mike.
Jason
Ellis and Mike Hockham.
Yes, so Gerard was established, even though the lines were cut, as a schmucky guy with an accordion. So I guess it bothered Ray that you're like Fred, and no, I'm not. I don't say now. He didn't like in me what he saw in himself. So that Cousin Gerard was really my second time on the show, even though I was cut the first. So what Steve will tell you that happened was, at the table read, a table read is the first day of the week. They sit around the table and they read a script for laughs. And as I've said in my book, I'm just looking at the iPhone because I can't see the comments. You can't. You could, as a guest guy, you're on eggshells. You're nervous because it's always the guests that get cut. So basically, Steve, what I remember, I think it was Shelley's aunt was at the reading, and she said, they have the same shaped head, and they put it in the script. Now tell me if I got some of that story right.
You know what? That sounds familiar. I'm trying to think.
Because so Deborah goes, as a matter of fact, you got the same shaped head, and he's looking in the mirror. Oh no, I'm Gerard. So I remember something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been Shelley herself who said that, because Shelley is an
artist,
or maybe Shelley's mom. Maybe it was Shelley's mom.
Yes,
she's a sculptor, and she probably said that. And
Shelley's mom is a sculptor. Yes, that's what it was.
It was Shelley's mom who said they have the same shaped head. So when those guys wrote that episode, and according to Writers Guild rules, at least at that time, you had to get, in order to kind of open up the world to other writers, not just the closed shop of people who already have the job. We were very good. They required 2 outside scripts. And we were very good every year about doing that, is farming out 2 outside scripts. But a lot of the outside scripts we farmed out were to our writer's assistants. Not all of them, but many of them were, because they were there, they were with us. They're aspiring writers too. And so they counted as outside scripts, but they also knew the show very well. And so, when Mike and Jason thought they got together, they didn't know each other before they worked on the show together. They decided to become a team, and they ended up getting a job as a team, and then broke up and had separate careers. But they came to take advantage of the Cousin Gerard character. And that was the episode we came up with, was that Ray doesn't like the comparison about things in you that he doesn't like in himself.
Yeah, it's now is there one story you learned the most about, one show? Was that the one you learned the most about sitcom writing and all that?
Well, I learned a hell of a lot on Seinfeld.
Really? I was so out of the loop. How did you learn?
Well, it was only because of just observing. And I'll give you an example. There was one day Larry comes into the room, and he said, every day I park next to a handicap spot. And I was wondering what would happen if one day I parked in that spot. And that was it. That was the little notion that he had. And from there, he came up with the episode, The Handicap Spot. And so I witnessed how he built that story. First, he starts with that notion, what if? And that's what a lot of shows start with a what if. And this was, what if I parked in that spot? And usually in comedy, especially on a show like Seinfeld, you think, what's the worst thing that could happen? And so you'd say, okay, if I park in this spot, what's the worst thing? The worst thing that happen is a really handicapped person gets hurt because they can't park in their usual spot. So then you go, okay, how would that happen? Let's say, okay, they have to park because you took that spot. They have to park on a hill, and you're in a wheelchair, and the person's in a wheelchair, and they get out of the car into the wheelchair, and they roll down the hill and crash, which is a funny idea. And then you think, okay, now what happens? The gang, they find out that they can't. So now you've got two scenes. You've got a scene where they are looking for a spot and they decide, we'll just run in and we'll park in the handicap spot. Then they come out and then they realize, oh, a handicapped person got hurt. There's two scenes right there.
Right.
Plus the scene where you see the handicapped person got hurt. So there's three scenes. And then you go, okay, now what happens next? And it is, okay, the person's in the hospital. So George and Kramer feel bad and they go visit her in the hospital. It's be a woman.
Let me ask you sorry to interrupt.
Well, and then what? Okay, so what could happen there? Well, they decide her wheelchair is mangled, so they got to get her a new wheelchair. So then you have a scene. You have the hospital scene where they find out.
Oh, yeah. Who makes the wheelchairs? Who was that guy, that actor?
I want to say Richard Portnow.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
And I remember that Bob Shaw, who is one of the writers in our group at that year, he came up with the idea that it's like a used car salesman.
Wheelchairs.
And he came up with the idea of, Stephen Hawking. I put Stephen Hawking in one of these 2 weeks ago, and he's loving it. And so then so now we're what half a dozen scenes in just through this, and this is what Jerry called surfing on the premise, is that it's this, you start with this what if, and then everything is what's the worst thing or the funniest thing that can happen next. And that is what I really learned most on Seinfeld, was being able to take a small notion and blowing it up into something much bigger.
Now, the people watching, which some people are saying this is fascinating, usually we have comments on the side. I'm looking on YouTube, but a lot of comments that now, correct me if I'm wrong, one of your most most famous Raymond episodes was the sigh. Now, you were in the bathroom with Shelley and she sighed because you were hogging the bathroom, and that you just made go all these places.
It's exactly the same thinking, is that she sighed and I said, and this is real, I said, well, I suppose you want me to go down to the kids' bathroom. And she turned around and go, would you? And it was so mournful and authentic that I had no choice but to go, oh, okay, because I knew it would mean so much to her. And so that's what happened. And so that's what happened in real life.
Just the sigh created so much stuff.
Yeah, because when you're married for a certain amount of time, a sigh, there's so much that is being said in that one sigh. There's so much, the words just can't say. And so that's kind of the comedic premise there. And then I thought, okay, what would happen next is that he moves the kids' bathroom, but the kids' bathroom is like the Poseidon Adventure. It's just,
right.
Water on the floor. He's stepping on action figures. He can't get in there because the kids are always in there when he needs to go. And so then, okay, what happens next? So we find him the next morning, he's in the kitchen because there's a sink in the kitchen. And he's shaving, and what's he using here? He's shaving in the toaster with his reflection in the toaster. So you think, okay, what's the worst thing that happened there? Okay, the worst thing that happened is his brother and his father walk in on him, and they see this and they think he's a huge pussy because he's abdicated his throne. The bathroom is the king's throne, and he's abdicated his throne, and they make him feel bad about giving up the bathroom and abdicating his throne. So now he's going to go back up there and he's going to reclaim his throne because they fired him up. So now I'm about 5 scenes in. And so he goes up there, but now he's seen that Deborah, his wife, has turned it into this feminine palace, and he doesn't have and she's so happy, and he's never seen her so happy. And she's so grateful to him, and he's got all this goodwill from her, and he doesn't want to ruin that, so he can't take it back. It went on from there. I knew I was going to end with a water fight at the end, and I wrote about this on my own Substack.
I was just going to say that Steve is the one who made me aware of Substack. And I love doing these stories with Cody and putting them on Substack. And follow Steve on Substack, Bits and Pieces. And one of your stories is called The Sigh.
Right. Yeah, I've done a couple of Raymond episode stories. One was The Sigh. One was an episode called Lateness, which it's called AIS in the Substack, which stands for Ass and See. And then they talked about another story, which was actually the first one I ever posted, which was called Somebody Hates Raymond. And that was based on an incident where I found out that the DJ Rick Dees hated me personally, and I turned that into a story. But that's a real great 3-act story in itself. But that's
in writers' rooms, they like to say "what if" a lot.
Yeah, and then I learned a tremendous amount from Phil Rosenthal too.
Oh yeah,
just about story structure and actually about making an episode about something, because there's always a theme underneath every Raymond episode that makes it worth telling, as opposed to maybe just silliness, you know. And I think the reason that Raymond is still on and people still watch it over and over again is because it has a certain depth to it. There's an idea behind every story. And that's kind of really, I learned a lot from Phil, but I would say if I was to pinpoint a main lesson, it would be to make the story about something. And that's a key ingredient.
The only thing I learned on Seinfeld, I treasure the experience, is if you have an idea, it only counts. Try it out on the guy that could say yes or no, meaning Larry, because I could never get to Larry and Jerry because they were editing, the door was shut, they were writing, they were casting, they were on the floor directing. So I would try things out on various writers who didn't want to be bothered by me, trying to get their own stuff on. And so go, that's not good. And a lot of stories I tried out on other writers were eventually done. It wasn't they were ripped off. It was maybe seasons later. It's just that they go, I don't think that would work. When it doesn't matter what they would think. They could be very smart and well-meaning, but they were all just middlemen. Go to the person who could say, yes, that's a good idea, or no, which was Larry or Jerry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now it all depends on the room. That, what you're describing, the year you were there, sounds very competitive.
Yeah.
I think it had to do with there were a lot of new writers and they're all jockeying for position. But like on Raymond, we were very collaborative. And if I had a story problem, I could go
I'm interrupting. Zuckus' High Scrow.
Hey, Zuck. Charles.
He's on. Usually we have you could read them here. I don't know why the comments aren't here. But yeah, Charles.
Hey, Charles. Yeah, so I could go to my buddy Aaron Shore or my buddy Jeremy Stevens or anybody, Lou, anybody, and say, I'm having this problem, and they would help you out. It was vice versa. People would come in, just without getting the whole room together. You'd say, I'm stuck on this, and you just need somebody to brainstorm with over something. And Jeremy Stevens was great with that. He would just drop everything he was doing, and your problem was his problem, and he would just focus in on that. So I would go to him a lot, and and I went to Aaron, and just probably went to just about everybody at one point or another. So that was different. You could do that.
Now, I don't mean to compare Raymond or Seinfeld to Family Matters with Urkel, but one of the people we started with, Jim Gagin. Did you know Jim Gagin?
No.
Jim Gagin was in a comedy group called Gagin and Fine. He was a big burly guy.
Yeah.
Jim Gagin. Yeah. And he was on 10 years on Family Matters with Urkel. And he said they would work backwards. They'd come up with things, Urkel in a rodeo and Urkel as a wrestler. And they would work backwards, like how did, get Urkel on an elephant and come up with, how do you get to Urkel becoming a MMA or whatever wrestler.
Yeah.
It's but let me see if there's any questions. The reason I wanted you here, Steve, is speaking of input. What I like about these streams, Fred, you're wait. All right, there's one guy, he's dying to be blocked.
Cody, what are you inking in here?
Okay, this is the sketch we want to ask your question. About the pacing. Okay. So basically, let me ask you, Cody, and Steve.
Yeah.
Is it a rule that they're always 4-frame cartoons? These panels. Usually, what we do, Steve, is, as you know, we tell a story. We have a little text and an illustration. A little text, a little illustration. This Substack submission, we're doing it like an old-fashioned cartoon, and so Cody is trying to get it into 4 frames. Is that the ideal template, Cody?
Well, that's kind of the consistent thing we've been doing with like the 4, and that's kind of what I'm attempting here.
And there's a lot of information, so we may need an editing or pacing take from you, Steve. So I'll explain the bit, and you could tell us how you think it's pacing. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, that looks like Charles Zucker actually sitting there, who Cody doesn't know. The guy sitting there. So this is based on Greg Pritikin, who you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is based on a true story where Greg was saying, and maybe these are too many words, maybe we could edit it. Don't stream movies. Go to the last hip DVD place. The clerks are cinema experts, and you overhear and interact with the others there who know cool stuff, and you're taking the whole experience as a true film lover, which he really said to me, right?
Okay.
So then the next bit is, Cody, are we debating if you want to keep it to 4? Maybe I'm already inside the video thing. So what happens is here. Here it is, based on as we talked about Seinfeld, based on a real thing. Like, what if this is what I imagine happening? Going to the cool video place to have interactions. Don't just stay in and stream, right? So I imagine an attractive couple. Oh, honey, let's watch this. Let's watch this racy European one with nudity, and they kiss. Like I'm feeling like crap. More alone because I'm seeing this attractive happy couple there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then could you go to next frame with Cody? So then here, I pick up one. Wait. The other one, I pick up one, and they're kind of like, oh, hey, Netflix, haha, lame, lame selection. They're kind
People are heckling you?
Yes, they're heckling me, and then maybe they're kissing. So we're getting a lot in. And then I say to the hip guy, any recommendations? And he goes, I don't know. I hate movies. So that's the bit where hipster Greg says, don't stream, go to the video store, the last one, you have interactions, you learn about cinema. And I end up feeling like crap because I'm alone, and they snark at me, and the guy doesn't even like movies. So that's a lot to get in 4 frames. So that's what we're working on.
Yeah. No, well, the second one is you're walking in the door of the video store and you see the couple.
Right.
So where does the couple express their romantic stuff to each other in the third?
That's what I like that shot, Cody. I had it. Firstly, I had too many shots. You see me opening the place. All right, I'll try. Last cool DVD place, but I guess to try to get it into 4 shots is
well, you could already be in there.
That's what I was.
And there's a banner that says "Last Cool DVD Place" as opposed to a sign outside. And so then you're taking this step of the entrance out of it. You're there, in an aisleway, and eavesdropping on this couple that is
that's not going to that in the dialogue, as opposed to me, isn't going to watch it alone. And, I mean, Cody, do you have the dialogue? Maybe it should be edited. Maybe it's too much.
Of them, the two, them
Yeah.
talking. Yeah, let me pull that up. I think I threw it in here. This one. Well, there's this one where the top one is. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Top one's the lady, and then the bottom one is the.
Yeah.
Um,
I would say you'd have to have him already, like, he's in one aisle and they're in the other aisle.
okay,
and
yeah.
And he's eavesdropping. He hears them say this as he's looking at, weird foreign films.
Maybe this is where like this thing, and then they're over here.
Yeah.
And that way we have room for the
Yeah.
things. Oops.
Oh, that's the dialogue, Steve. Maybe it's too much. Should be edited. Let's watch this arty movie about death, and then this European one that has lots of racy sexual stuff. And he goes, "I'm so lucky I have a cool, fun girlfriend like you." And they kiss. That's not too much dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
Here he is, like he's lifting up. And we could probably show something funny. Whatever Fred's getting.
Yeah.
Well, I found it funny. I actually went with Greg to one of these places.
Yeah.
Some people are commenting what DVD store now, and I guess I'm gonna insult you, Cody. I don't think in Bowling Green they have cool arty DVD places remaining. I'm assuming in LA and maybe in Auburn, Michigan. Well, you're not near Michigan. Maybe college towns they still have them, but in some cities, you know what I'm saying, Steve, they have the cool place that Greg Pritikin would go to. And so when I went with Greg, he got something like the Demi Moore thing where a body comes out of her. I forgot what it was, where she was nominated when he's not taking like what we saw, a French New Wave, thing. But yeah. So basically, you see
maybe you're looking at Debbie Does Dallas or something like that,
or something lame like or something like the Treat Williams collection. I don't know, something the Dean Cain, no, the Hallmark movie. But right now they're not snarking yet. I'm just
what's that movie you liked with Keir Dullea and the woman?
David and Lisa.
Yeah.
David and Lisa, to you people watching, was a movie I was obsessed with. It was about in a mental institution. It was like he was put away. David thought if you touched him, he would die, and Lisa could only talk in rhymes, based on a true story. And but the idea is I would be getting something stupid like you don't need to go to this arty video store, like The Longest Yard or Grown Ups. I don't know. But the joke is more these people is like the life, it's rubbing in my face what I don't want to see, why it's better to stream stuff. You know what I mean? You're not seeing, you get the idea, Steve. I'm an idiot for explaining it. Like, I like streaming because I'm not seeing what, cool, arty, attractive couples are renting in their life that they're going to, and so basically, I guess you can't have them on the next frame. You could have them kissing, but I right here, the rough sketch is more of a glum face, like, it's they're an attractive couple, and
you do that there.
Yeah.
And then in the third panel, it's the third panel, is those the people heckling you. And then the guy, yeah, then that
But you have, why do you have in the third panel me asking any recommendations? Oh, I see. Is it confusing with the pacing that it seeps over to the next one? All right, so I see the heckling me, and I'm asking recommendations, and the last thing he goes, "What movies? I hate movies," or something. You see why, Steve? This is my happy place. I'm creative. It's
Yeah.
like it's the in between of what we're talking about. On Seinfeld, you're totally isolated. Some shows there's too many, loud people. This is, and sometimes when there are comments here, people get great. Does Scarlett want to go to the dog park? Is that why she's barking so much?
I think somebody just rang the doorbell.
I found, living in a house as opposed to where I used to live, people knock on the door. Do you need new trees? This, do you
Yeah.
want your lawn? This, it's like what? I could get rid of your bugs. There's a lot of that.
Freddie, I have to.
I will let you go, but this is
Okay,
very helpful.
Yes, thank you for the input. It's I think it just made it so much better too. I think it's in fact, I think I'm gonna get rid of this character because I think the camera angle kind of works too because it's just like we kind of move with him towards that area.
Yeah.
Oh, they did that joke in Clerks, Ryan just said.
What joke?
About I hate movies. I don't know if they did. I'll wait to see C's. No, I don't think so. Punchline is exact scene in Clerks. Was Clerks a video store or? All right, well, let's find out.
You could say instead of "I hate movies," you could say something like.
Oh, he says I don't watch. Yeah, he could say.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me go online and see. Besides, I originally had that the clerk was snarking at me, saying something like "great selection." Let me see.
You could just say something like, I just work here because my dad owns the shop.
Or I just work here. I'm addicted to meth. I don't know. Or
yeah, I'm on work release.
I don't know. I just work here. I'm on work release. All right, we'll think of something. That's why we have this.
Yes.
Because people give us punchlines.
Okay. All right, Freddie, Cody.
Thank you so much, Steve. And
yeah, thanks again.
Let's do another movie night.
Okay. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Steve.
All right, so that was in Clerks. Okay, thanks, Ryan. All right, we'll think of another punchline.
Cool. That was neat. Get his input.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Some of the stuff. So you actually kind of corresponded with him back and forth as you were working as well with the.
Tell me that again. Let me just do one message.
That's really neat.
Oh, well, see how helpful this is? So that line was used. I don't watch movies. Okay. You want coffee with that donut? All right. But that was very helpful. Or maybe he could say something else. Okay. We got that frame, the second frame, they're in love, they're laughing at me. Any recommend? Well, what happened, Cody, was when I was at the video store, the cool hip video guy, he was watching Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, that's funny.
So how about, all right, well, I got what about I prefer.
You mean the
What
2000
if
one?
the guy said I prefer streaming? I don't know. I like
Wouldn't that
streaming.
be funny if we could have the guy say, I prefer the Fred Stoller stream?
Oh, that's pretty inside.
I'm
I
just-
prefer watching the Fred Stoller stream. Let me
It's a
just
plug.
quickly just
It's a plug for the show within the cartoon. It's like a
Hey Steve, I know you left. 2 ideas. What if the clerk says I prefer streaming, or Cody just said I prefer the Fred Stoller stream with Cody Banks? That's not bad.
That is funny. It's sort of
All
like
right. I think
what makes that funny is because people know that we're streaming.
wait, but the thing is on Substack. Oh wait, I got an idea.
What's it?
What if that was the joke, and on the Substack thing you said you can watch the process on YouTube and subscribe to the stream? Let's see if any comments like that, but I'm okay with it. Let's see if the people like that joke.
That is funny.
Oh, Scarlett, don't get self-referential. All right, Zucker says that. All right, we're too amused with ourselves. Scarlett says, no, you shouldn't do that. That'd be lame. Wait, I just got here. What are people in the background mocking? Well, Charles, don't you like
It's just gonna.
he doesn't like, Charles doesn't like that, even though we were so amused. What about, well, what if we do a full circle? He says, I just like streaming.
I just watched MLC.
No, that's too insightful.
I'm just teasing.
Well,
That'd
Gary
be
likes.
funny to. No, we can make him.
Raphael says Meta is good sometime. All right, this is what we'll do. Work
like
on 2 and 3, and we'll figure this out little by little.
It's funny.
But yeah,
It'd be like I like.
well,
How about? What's a show that's like?
well, look, Steve just said, which was my instinct. I prefer streaming is good because it's the opposite of what Greg said.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yeah, wait, hold on. It says don't stream movies. Oh, he says I don't know. I just stream movies. So it's like this full thing, kind of.
Yeah, I just do the streaming apps. I say which DVD should I get, and he goes, DVDs. I prefer streaming. He makes me laugh.
That's
Because
kind of funny.
DVDs, I prefer streaming.
I like it because it kind of emphasizes this whole thing where you're like you're there,
Streaming is easier. Yeah.
and then you're just. And this one's actually kind of funny because like it's like you're there for the real physical media, and then the guy is like who's selling it is not even into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's more than just like it's more like referencing the opposite that you're trying to do. He's like
He
he'll
goes,
tell you about all this
he goes,
stuff.
which DVDs do you like, or whatever,
Yeah.
or which any DVD recommendation? I don't bother with DVD. Streaming is I prefer streaming. I prefer to stream. I prefer streaming. Yeah, that's what I was saying, that it goes back to the first joke when Greg is saying, don't stream. So this is good because we're not repeating the joke that Clerks did, but it's also going back to I prefer streaming.
Right.
Which I did have that, not the same thing, but at the farmer's market, I was asking the guy, one of those ice cream places with 50 different flavors, which one? I don't know. I don't like, it did happen. I don't like ice cream.
Oh,
Working there.
that is funny.
And now, also Charles said, I like turtles. Well, Gary gave it a great.
I like a piece of pizza.
I want some pizza.
I want a cookie or something. That's funny though. That is good. I like it when you kind of have a
Full circle.
yeah something kind of funny about that. Let's see.
So
Yeah, it's funny.
so you found that interesting with Steve, huh?
Yeah, that's cool. It's
2 Emmys for Raymond. So
wow.
did you get into Raymond after you met me, or you already were familiar with it?
Oh yeah, I wasn't familiar with it. Yeah, it was like it would always be something we'd see, kind of like Frasier was another one. Like it was that, and usually we'd like catch it on when we were taking vacation because we didn't really have we didn't watch we watched a lot of like I don't know at the time I was probably able to watch it. It was like cable, and then I didn't know where to catch it. But usually when we were taking vacations, I remember seeing Raymond all the time. And it's like, oh, it's that show, and then it's really funny. And then no, I think we bought them on DVD. Speaking of DVDs,
Right.
but yeah, it's cool.
So you on the third panel, you're gonna have, yeah, I see that works. Any DVD recommendations or something?
Yeah, so these people will be doing their thing. There's kissing going on, which I think is funny because then it's just like a full on like you're just
Right.
this is the guns a blazing of the battle.
Yes.
Here you're just getting all in one, and then you're like, this is just not. I'm gonna go home and stream again.
Yeah.
And then
And he confirms it.
yeah, he could be like, this place is nuts. I prefer streaming.
If you can get the words in, but nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can just say I don't bother with DVDs. I prefer streaming.
Yeah. That works.
Very good.
Charles Zucker may be mad, but it works for me. Yeah, Charles Zucker and Steve Scroven, we all started in the New York comedy scene
Oh, interesting.
and then came to LA. Zucker,
Mm-hmm.
most of his lines were cut, but he's been on this. He was in Teen Wolf. He played the manager of the team,
Oh, that's
the
cool.
J. Fox movie.
Right? Did we had him on? Right? Did he?
Yeah. That's right. We're talking about Teen Wolf.
Yes. That's cool. Now, did you do writing? I didn't ask. Like,
He
right.
wrote some shows.
That's cool.
Charles, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote Julia Dreyfus had a show.
Hmm.
Um,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
it's
That's cool.
what's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Now I heard they were saying that on the MLC streams.
What's that? They were saying, "What's up, everybody?"
Yeah, and they love take a banana for the road.
Took a banana for the road. I just take a banana for the road. Yes.
Now wait, Raphael is saying I
Hmm.
don't bother with DVDs. I just stream. Might be better wording than I prefer streaming.
Hmm.
Okay, I like that. I don't bother with DVDs. I just stream. Hmm. But Steve's a smart guy, you could tell, huh?
Oh yeah. Yes.
And he went to Yale. He played football there, but he was an English major.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Tell your face.
I tell you, yeah, it was. That's cool. Now, does he? Now, I maybe I should know. Has he written any books like um, on writing, or is he?
No, no, he like us is really into Substack. So he's got a sub. You know, I was thinking we got so many Substack stories to do, but the ones that have done well for him are about writing on Seinfeld and the Raymond episode. So we could perhaps, I was thinking, do one called not the Soup Nazi, the Soup, because people confuse my Soup episode with the Soup Nazi, which I didn't do. So we'll eventually do one about, writing on Seinfeld, a shortened version of maybe. I forgot about this. I found there was maybe one called 6 Weeks where I was on writing on Seinfeld, and as I said, you're only involved in your show. So my last episode got rejected, and Larry goes, 6 weeks to go, no reason to start anything up now. I didn't know what he meant. Did he mean don't come in or don't work anymore? So the last 6 weeks, I wanted to keep getting my checks, so I would just come there for lunch and then go home and come to tapings. But it was an odd feeling where I didn't know, what do you mean? So don't do anything? So I would just come in late for lunch, have lunch, and then go home. There was nothing to do. It was such a weird feeling.
That is kind of bizarre, isn't it? That's
yes. So that sounds like a good topic, calling 6 weeks.
Yeah, that is a. So you were there, kind of like just showing up to eat and then going home, and
well, I would. So someone refreshed me. What happened was there were me and 3 other people that didn't come back, and he said the same thing. All right, 6 weeks to go. No point in starting out anything new. But they were kind of delusional. They still were trying to come up with Seinfeld premises. They didn't listen in their room, and I just knew I'm gone. I knew it wasn't working out. So I would come in for lunch, eat lunch, go home, or if they taped a show, I would watch the taping, and just come in and get my checks, because I forgot what day of the week you got your check, and watch a rehearsal, and that's all I did. It was such a weird feeling. So there's something interesting with maybe a Substack called 6 Weeks.
Yeah.
My favorite episode of Raymond was the one I did where I went now, but I had fun working with Chris Elliott. There was an episode called The Bachelor Party, and I liked Chris Elliott a lot. We had fun. There was one episode where Charles Durning was there. He was in my favorite movie, Dog Day Afternoon. And I got to ask him questions, and he played a priest marrying them or something. So it's just, there's so much to explore, Cody, with all these stories we have, and this is fun to return to this format. But I do look like Charles Zucker, but it's okay. Charles Zucker could get very aggressive. He does. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and send it to Greg.
Oh, great! I hope he enjoys it.
Okay, I got the screenshot. Oh, you got the cat tree in it. Look, they're both in it. You got the cat tree in your picture.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry I didn't show that. I got the picture you guys were talking. I didn't want to distract you.
Oh, okay, it's all right.
That was so
interesting. His wife likes to foster pets, so they had some really good cats they're fostering.
Whoops. Wait, I'll just share it on the It's didn't upload the right size. So there we go. Can you guys
You know,
see
all right, Scarlett asks, she's very observant. She read my book. So when I used to work on the Warner Brothers lot, they'd have the Warner Brothers store. And if you showed you were working on a Warner Brother show, you got a real great discount for DVDs. So,
Really?
yeah, I used to stock up. Durning was my favorite movie, Dog Day Afternoon, but also in Tootsie and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Oh, he was so good. So I don't have any more DVDs. I know purist people like Greg love having LPs, DVDs, CDs, but I remember getting box sets, Rod Stewart box set, a Sinatra box set for real good discounts. Warner Brothers. And I don't have them anymore. Either I brought them to Amoeba, which is like one of these cool places, and selling them for credit. And Greg actually, when he came over to watch a movie, brought me a DVD player. You got to do it. They're better quality. Watch. Be a purist like me. You need the lap.
That's cool.
So she needs the lap.
You know, it is cool though. You know, I bought a few DVDs, and the cool thing is if you go to like a thrift store or any of those areas to buy DVDs, I've been able to buy like it's $1 and or it's like really cheap, and you go online to see like can I even watch this online, and then it's like this one you have
A
to pay
lot
for.
aren't available. That's a point. Yes.
Yeah, and so it is kind of interesting. Like if you don't really want to like sign up for stuff, it's like the best way to go.
I didn't get any Looney Tune shirts, but there was the Warner Brother store where, yeah, they had different shirts. It was really cool. I just loved. I don't remember which ones. I remember Rod Stewart and Sinatra. Some other box sets, but I like not to be morbid, but what I've learned is when you die, you become just a place of junk people throw out. So I just said, I want to have less stuff. Actually, one thing is when I knew I wasn't coming back to Seinfeld, every day, little by little, I emptied the office. Then the last day, didn't have to put things in a box. Get out. So
Mhm.
I like to make it easier. So yeah, maybe one day I'll get cool DVDs. But I also with music, it's probably 14 a month. It's a luxury, but I like just having to go play this, play that, and it'll play. It's on Apple. Almost every song is available. I mean, maybe not obscure things, but yeah. Chloe, on movie night, Luna comes out, but Chloe hides from visitors. What's up, everybody? Having a good time. Tell your face. I wonder why the comments weren't on the stream.
I don't understand that. Yeah, it's weird. It's like kind of odd. Yeah, I'm surprised it did that. It's like didn't make any sense.
That's all right. I'll read them here. So where are you now? You're not at your brother's place you're renting with him?
Oh, I am. I'm here.
Oh.
It's just the room. My room.
In the room.
I'm in the room. In the room.
It's Balloon. That's from The
balloon.
Dean Martin roast DVD. Yeah, there's cool things.
Oh yeah, I should have got that. That was at the Fringe here in BG. It was like it'd have been funny just to have.
Yeah, yeah. I admit this. Someone said Raphael streams music too, but the quality's nowhere near CDs. Yeah,
Yeah, well, music. Yeah, it's good to have
yeah,
some physical media or something.
yeah. Chloe wants me to get LPs. That's
Yeah.
what she likes.
She likes LPs.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you like it? Do you like streaming?
That's funny.
So, what'd you find interesting? What Steve was saying about the process?
Yeah, I love that part. Just hearing about it, and interesting to hear a difference between the two jobs from working on like a Seinfeld versus like the Raymond one.
Raymond.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Phil Rosenthal's an extrovert. You are an introvert, and Loon is the extrovert.
That's funny. But yeah, she's introverted, right?
Yes.
And the other one's
Yes. Yes.
yes,
I still don't understand how I say yes wrong. Yes.
yes. It's funny.
Bobby's gone. So every day they update it, but we're up to 1945 in what's it called? Watch hours, and we got to get to 3,000. So we're getting there.
We are. It's good.
What's up, everybody?
Oh man. Let's see what we got. Gonna do a blue pencil.
Maybe, how about just have me hold up Jughead? Because no one knows David and Lisa, and it's kind of ridiculous. You have even Jughead on it.
Didn't Jughead, he had that hat that looked like that?
The crown, yeah. Did they ever explain why Jughead had a crown?
No. It's like the same thing that isn't it the face that sort of the same thing that that guy on the Andy Griffith had, Goober.
Oh, that's right.
It's like a thing that people did. It's a sort of
They
fashion.
did that.
It's a fashion statement. It's like
Yeah.
a picnic, but kind of not. Or kind of like a.
But I like, yeah, Jughead. See, Chloe, if you string Jughead at home, no one laughs at you. Right, Kalini? Oh, because Jughead is the king. Do you hear that, Kalini? Oh, boy. It was I had this DVD, The Best of Soul Train. Soul Train was a show like
Oh, isn't that where they dance?
yeah. Did you see that thing I put on? Did you see that thing I put on about someone taped me talking to my mother and I'm walking around?
When was this?
I put it on today, so maybe you didn't see it yet. But you saw this thing about what did I put on the other day?
I saw that one. Yeah, the one at the. Your mom had a little bit to do with it. One where you're selling the book.
Yeah, and there was another one I put on. When was that? Oh, at the Fred Willard Christmas party.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Do you remember the Clay Cole show? That does not fit. I never heard of Clay Cole. I love how the shirt looks like a tube.
Yeah, it's like that.
So Al and everyone, I'm thinking of doing a stream where I count off my favorite lonely guys from movies and TV and books. Dick Clark of the East. Don't remember him. There was Soul Train. Oh, I got a DVD of Midnight Concert. There were a few late night shows when I was growing up. What was Don Kirshner's rock concert? One was, did that have Wolfman Jack? It was Don Kirshner. It was the Midnight Special. I forgot which one was Wolfman Jack.
And
Do you know who Wolfman Jack was?
yeah, but I never really saw him. But
Yeah, he was actually, I first was aware of him. That was the Midnight Special. He was a DJ. And he was in this movie, well, American Graffiti, that Ron Howard was in with Candy Clark and Mackenzie Phillips, Richard Dreyfuss. And it seems like they based Happy Days on it.
that's interesting.
It was a George Lucas movie, American Graffiti.
Right.
Uh,
It's pretty wild. I remember George. You know, that's one movie I'd never seen, which I should because I like that era. But did you like it?
yeah, it was fun as a kid or a teen. Yeah, I never saw, all those kind of like driving down Van Nuys Boulevard, Ventura Boulevard. They did what's called cruising, where they would just drive in cars, and that was their nightlife. You just get in your car and you see other cars, and you drive. Sally Field wasn't in American Graffiti. And now, this is very obscure. I don't even think. Let me get some water. I don't even know if Al will remember this. There was a group called the Guess Who, and they did a song called Clap for the Wolfman. The Clap for the Wolfman. He's going to rate your record high. Clap for the Wolfman. You're going to dig until you die. Something like that.
I remember the group Guess Who.
Yeah, they did No Time Left for You. I remember Norm did a bit. It wasn't really a bit. I was opening for him in Vegas, and there's a guy, Burton Cummings, I think his name. was the lead singer, but at one casino, they had Burt Cummings. Burton Cummings, I think was his name, and another, the Guess Who without him. So they did a song called American Woman, Stay Away From Me. And they were Canadian. So he found it ironic. I forgot his point. Like, here's Canadian singing American Woman, Stay Away From Me. And then Lenny Kravitz sang it, who's black. So Norm's joke, he should be singing White Woman, Stay Away From Me. I don't remember. Don Kirshner's Rock. Yeah. So what you did, this is obviously before MTV and YouTube. On one night was the midnight special was Don Kirshner's rock concert, and the midnight special where you'd have people like Jim Croce on it. You should look up on YouTube all those old shows. Harrison Ford was in American Graffiti. That sounds
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So the only autograph convention I went to. They had Richard Dreyfuss, and they had people from American Graffiti, Candy Clark, Mackenzie Phillips. I forgot who else, but then Cindy Williams, and then they had Tatum O'Neal and Christy McNichol. They were in a movie Little Darlings, and then connected to Tatum O'Neal and Christy McNichol. Oh, connected to Christy McNichol was a show from the 70s I loved called Family, which had this guy Gary Frank was there, John Rubenstein, and who died, this guy James Broderick, who was Matthew Broderick's father,
Oh, wow.
who also was in my favorite movie, Dog Day Afternoon. And who else was there? Monroe, the guy, Too Close to Comfort. Some woman from Seventh Heaven. Who else was at my one autograph convention? But they were all lined up for Richard Dreyfuss. Not so much American Graffiti, but Jaws and Friday Night Videos. Wait a minute. That was later. That was the late 80s. They'd had comedians hosting it. Friday Night Videos, like Bobcat Goldthwait. U2 they'd show videos. Yeah. Friday Night Videos. That was a cool show. But yeah. God. I think Zucker's going to sue if he thinks one picture looks like him too much. But I'm going to, Zucker could be a bully, but we won't be intimidated by him.
He looks like this guy?
The guy sitting there, the Fred sitting on the couch, Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings, American Woman was the big hit. Oh yeah, well that Burton Cummings then did keep it. I'm just kidding. He was in a BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. No time left for you, on my way to better things. And taking care of business. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Wow, Jeff! Jeff always asks the
Very good.
Well, no, Jan. How did you know about this, Jeff? I think Jeff, Bill Zemi, who was dating Jan Karam, they came to my book signing event at Book Soup. So I think I gave him the copy. How did you know about this?
What?
But
He knows
Jeff,
everything.
Yeah, he knows everything. Bill Zemi sadly had cancer and died like a year or two ago. But shut the AC. But they managed to. He wrote an extensive book about Johnny Carson, and after he died, it got published.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. Someone has a question for you. Um, Now I forgot. You like old school stuff. Did you watch the Tonight Show and the reruns? 120 minutes. Yes, I did. Um, yeah, Burton. What's his name? Burton Cummings had a song. Stand tall, don't you fall.
I even like the old guy from the Tonight Show,
I know.
the early one.
Charles Zucker says, I don't understand, Fred. Why am I sitting on the couch in that frame? I think it's to antagonize Charles. We like to bully him because then he gets mad and throws things out windows. He just gets mad.
We wouldn't want that.
No, but sometimes you kind of like to give it to Charles a little because he just brags. He's been privileged. You know, when Charles brags too much, then you gotta like bring him back down. Mark, yeah, Mark. He's got a Johnny Carson book coming out in October. Yeah, he had a podcast where he interviewed anyone associated with Johnny Carson. He just loved the Tonight Show, even though it didn't really happen during his time. He got into it later. I think it's on some streaming app, every Tonight Show. Oh no, Charles doesn't get mad. He sues. You know what's funny? I don't like to talk about this garbage, and I'm allowed to say garbage. The guy who sued me from
Garbage.
Seinfeld, the real Kramer. But he
Oh.
once said, he said, "I'm gonna get you, lawyer up." And it's something like the Kramer character would say, "Giddy up, lawyer up, buddy." Ooh. So
That is kind of
he's
hilarious.
you got to lawyer up. So, the reason I don't like to talk too much about this
Mm-hmm.
is because it's like, why engage? It's like a road rage. Someone spits at your car,
Right.
don't give them any mileage. Yeah, Charles has had the privilege of life. He skips around. He goes, I have the best hair. My hair never falls out. Women love me. And he skips around. And it kind of, that does, we should send that. And Charles goes, look at me. Yeah, it's like, I don't mean to say bad stuff about Trump because Zucker loves him too. But that whole thing, I'm suing. Remember when I was a kid, someone said something, they go, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. We would taunt them how much of a baby they were. I'm going to sue you. I'm suing. It's like a sniper. So, Fred, have you ever played against type? Good question. Nothing in anything very professional. In a perfect world, I would have been like Steve Buscemi kind of stuff, like a killer or a cop or
Mm-hmm.
sociopath or a Charles Zucker type. Shh, don't tell him, because then I'll sue. That would play against type. If I played a Charles Zucker type, a guy that brags he has the best hair and women, and he has the best life, and sues people, that would be against type. If I could play a Charles Zucker type, that sounds like a musical. If Mama were married, there was a song called Gypsy. If Mama got married, we'd have no more let me entertain you. If I could be like Charles Zucker, I'd have the best. Or like the song, if I were a rich man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yada 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 yada. If I could be like Charles Arthur Zucker, I'd have it so made. I wouldn't have to struggle meeting women, getting people to give me stuff. I would sue everyone and say, Lord, would it change some vast eternal plan if I could be like Charles Arthur Winston Zucker? I'm going to write a musical.
Hey, it's your first musical on the stream.
Yes, like a guy,
I'm impressed.
Yes, so having a not flattering picture of Zucker is the way to bring him down. A guy, I knew someone, I won't name names, who would brag.
His name's Bragg?
Bad ever happened to me. He'd always say that. And I want to go, yeah, and then hit him. Now something has. That could be a little thing. Like I had this guy always saying, you always write about being lonely or when they took advantage of you or you lost a job. I have to make things up because nothing bad ever happened to me. And I go, yeah. And then I pour water at them. Would that be a good four-framer?
Yeah.
All right, let's think of that. What do I envy? The way he just snaps his fingers and women run to Charles Arthur Winston Zucker. They just run and they sometimes trip over each other and they go, give me that hair. Yeah, that's the part. And he has got daughters that cook for him. My God. I would just love that. They watch movies. And Charles is up on every new musical and group because he's got 2 daughters. So he always comes and he brags, I know all the cool new groups. I'm like a young person. I go, Charles, stop it. So he starts naming all these groups. Travis Bickle, Griffin Dunne, that's not a bad one. Okay, I'm going to do my list of my favorite lonely characters.
That'd be good.
The lonely character with gravitas is Morgan Freeman in Seven. Did you ever see Seven, Cody?
No, I never have.
My favorite Bill Maher joke. All right, I'm gonna go off top of 2 sentences. Bill Maher is garbage. Way before he was garbage on TV. He's not a good person. I don't want to get too much. The lonely guy, yeah. So what I love a lonely guy with gravitas. Morgan Freeman. I like the characters. Have you ever been married? Once. Came close. And did anyone see Seven? Can anyone affirm this? Long guy with Elliot Gould, The Long Goodbye, but weren't the women like wanting him? So if you see, I'm sorry, I didn't let you answer the question. Have you seen the movie Seven, Cody?
I don't believe so, but let me look it up. I would probably remember it. I don't think I have.
Okay, so Seven, I like the guy that it didn't work out and he'll never have anyone else again. And he just sits in bed, reads a novel, and how you just know he had one thing, didn't work out, and has been lonely his whole life, but accepts it. Philip Seymour Hoffman in Happiness. I'm trying to remember his character. Well, here's a norm.
Seven about? Where's Seven? What year?
Seven was 1995, I'm guessing, or 6. It's a great Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's great.
Gwyneth
Kevin Spacey.
Paltrow.
It's very eerie, but I see. I'm an asshole. I'm bitter. I don't like the movies where what's that guy? I can't stand him. Bill Murray. He's smug. He is an a-hole in real life. He's a bully, and he's one of these guys. Hey, I'm a regular guy. I go to a bar and I pour drinks. No, you think it's cool that you're a celebrity being a regular guy, and 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 you're getting attention. And if you were the regular guy, they wouldn't let you pour the drinks, or it's. But I didn't like that movie with I get Michael mixed up with the one with Chris Elliott and Andy McDowell, or Groundhog Day. He's an a-hole, but he gets the woman at the end, or William Hurt gets the woman at the end of Michael. Is it Michael? I get them all confused. But Willie Loman. I don't like Bill Murray. Omega Man, yes. But I like Travis Bickle, his line is, "I'm God's lonely man." What a line. But yes, Morgan Freeman, the gravitas. I like those kind of sitcom people that they're lonely bachelors. I got into Howard Hessman because I'm friends, and Charles, we're friends with Christine, who was in Head of the Class. Like, you always have the teacher trying to have a date, or Ken Howard in The White Shadow was a lonely bachelor, and you see him on a date. Billy Thornton in The Man Who Wasn't There. I got to see that, Jeff. Charlie Brown was lonely. I related to. But I like not strong, lonely characters, but I relate to the ones. This is an obscure movie. Al Pacino in Scarecrow. Yeah. I thought I'd have a bigger list. Ray DeVito, yeah. Well, he's not a film character. You're not familiar with Bill Murray. Quentin Tarantino just said something interesting that Bill Murray was so smug when he was up for the Academy Award when he didn't win it for what's it called? Lost in Translation. He's just like Randall and Rocket Man. I don't know that one. The ones, yeah. Oh, here's a great one. Not a hit. But Steve Buscemi in Ghost World. That's one of the best lonely characters. Now, you should see that, Cody, because it's based on a graphic novel.
I have seen it. It's a good one.
Yeah, he was living with his mother, very lonely, and he was tricked by the two girls that they want him around.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Steve Buscemi in Ghost World. Ghost World, Mickey. Yeah. But I always relate to lonely people. And what movie? Maybe Nicolas Cage, an adaptation.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
The Steadicam operator in Groundhog Day told me how to shoot with a steady. Oh, really? That's right. They filmed there. There was a lot of Chicago people in it. Kenny Hudson was in Groundhog Day. Forgot who else. That's fascinating, Jeff. The movie, I love Ghost World.
Yeah,
I would
that's
recommend it.
a good one.
Taught him how to shoot. Scarlett goes, "Can you adjust the screen so we can see more of the drawing?" Well, he's closed in on the drawing. You want a wider shot, Scarlett? Dustin Hoffman in Marathon Man. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know who is a good lonely guy in a movie? Um, De Niro in a movie I recommend called. Let me get some water.
Fred, I'll be right back.
Okay. It was with David Caruso and my friend Mike Starr. What was it called? Christopher Walken in Next Stop Greenwich Village. I got to revisit that, especially because it was Paul Mazursky. What was it? The movie called with De Niro and Bill Murray traded places, where Bill Murray was a tough guy and De Niro was the lonely guy. I was just talking to Mike Starr about it. Last Picture Show. Okay, Lonely Women. Yeah, we got to think of Lonely Women. Well, what? Well, all right, if we're going to talk about Lonely Women, but she gets Woody Allen at the end. Yeah, Woody Allen had Lonely Women in his movies. Not Barbara Hershey and the other one who was in Hannah and His Sisters. Forgot her name, the actress. She's in a lot of Woody Allen movies. Mad Dog and Glory. Yes, where at the end, like, what's her name? Superstar. I can't think of names. It's scary. Goes, can't you stay? Please stay. Watch Mad Dog and Glory if you want to see a movie that wasn't a hit, but it should be known, but wasn't a hit. Why did I get these scratches? Charlie Brown. I got to rewatch Sea of Love. Samuel Jackson had a good part. Yeah. Lonely Women. Yeah, Woody Allen had me. What's her name? Not Barbara Hershey. Who was the other sister in Hannah and His Sisters? She was in a lot of Woody Allen movies. Can't think of her name. Well, a good trauma. I like traumatized characters because I relate. Robin Williams in The Fisher King. And like I said, Al Pacino and Scarecrow. I want a Charles. So I'm gonna have more movie nights because I supply people with pizza and food, and they come here.
I'll come over for a pizza.
Pizza and a donut and 10 for some pizza.
Take a flight down there and get a piece of pizza.
Jeff Richards. Swiss Army Man. I don't know that one.
Swiss Army knife. It's like it has a lot of things. It has a cookie and
I realize when Jeff Richards does me laughing, it's sort of like a chimp. It's sort of like a chimpanzee.
well, chimpanzee,
Yeah. What happened to my screen? What happened to my...
What are you looking for?
I can't see you. Can you see me?
I can see you.
I can't see you guys. I just... Shrunk It. Diane Wiest. That's who I couldn't think of. Played a lonely person in Hannah and His Sisters. But then she ends up, I got you back, with Woody Allen. This is one of my bad jokes. I never put in my act when I first started Evel's notebooks. Premises, he's a would-be Allen. People think they're a Woody Allen. You're a would-be Allen. You hear that, Chloe? I didn't mean to get fresh. You're a would-be Allen. Sorry, I got a little hostile. But you don't have to finish if it's late, but we're getting nearer, huh?
We are, yes. I think what it helps and kind of knowing I feel all confident about it now, like with the using your text that you had, and then also we really combined it, and it's
Yeah, no, we're closer.
going to work.
It's closer and sharper. Wait, so yeah, Lars and the real girl does not count. He's too good looking. Yes, I don't buy it. Yeah, I agree. You know who pulled it off? It's so stupid. Like William H. Macy in The Cooler. He played a lonely, pathetic guy, but then they have a nude scene, sort of, where you see he's in great shape. Like he goes, I'm going to be naked from the rear, but I'm going to get in shape.
Yeah, somebody like William H. Macy, and then he's in shape. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's like a Ned Flanders kind of thing.
I guess you could say Sandler, he's played like a lonely. You know what? You know what? What I like that's not a big Sandler hit, but I didn't finish it. I didn't like it enough where I finished it, but I liked his character. What's his name? He was Sandy something, an agent, a Hollywood agent. He talked in a funny way. Oh, here's the title's lonely. And I think even Charles Zucker would know this one. There was a movie, it doesn't stand the test of time. The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. Wait a minute. This is the loneliest character. Alan Arkin in the movie The Heart is a Lonely Hunter is a deaf mute. Is that not PC to say? Whatever, I'll be respectful. Hearing impaired. But if you want to see the loneliest character, see The Heart is a Lonely Hunter with Chuck McCann, Alan Arkin, and what was her name? Sandra Locke. I've never worked with Sandler. No. I was in Joe Dirt, and I was in Joe Dirt was what's it called? David Spade movie, and I had one line in The Animal with Rob Schneider. But Boo Radley, yes. Does anyone know The Heart is a Lonely Hunter? I don't know Swiss Army Man.
The Heart is a Lonely Hunter.
Ratso Rizzo, yeah,
Ratso
a
Rizzo.
good one. He's lonely, but he has other problems.
What about the
They were both one lonely person. They were both lonely. Yeah. You know, it's a movie that's not a hit. Had two lonely people in it, Fred and Vinny.
Oh yeah, that's a lonely movie.
Those are lonely characters.
Yeah, I actually said 7 Year Itch, but he wasn't really that lonely. He was more like he then ended up not. What else?
No, when I worked on Joe Dirt, I got to interact with Chris Walken, which was amazing. But no, my
That's
scene was
amazing.
with Christopher Walken, so I'm only on the set for who's in my scene. I did not meet Kid Rock. Maniac. Oh no, I want to see that. Maniac. That's a good one. That's a good obscure one. Let me take a screenshot of that. Oh, that's a good suggestion. That sounds like something. Named Star 80, Eric Roberts. He was no, he had a woman. He was a psychopath. Uh, it was sort of unclear where Vinny went. Well, he got his own place, a little apartment. He got unemployment. He got a little, yeah. All right. And then he died there.
Do you still have the tapes?
Now I think little by little, I just kind of gave them out. I kind of got into a mode where I didn't want to be a collectible guy. You know, where I lived before here, I didn't have good closet space. So I didn't want to be one of these pack rack guys ordering storage, hoarder kind of people.
Right.
Well, he was a con man and he was a murderer. Let me see.
Wow.
Let me see. Star 80. I worked with Eric Roberts on a thing no one will ever see. You know? Star 80 was pretty crazy. My two favorite Christopher Walken movies is The Dead Zone and this movie called At Close Range. He was so good in that. Is anyone familiar with The Dead Zone or At Close Range?
That's kind of close range. Did you ever hear me say Dead Zone or Range?
At Close Range. Well, Call from Sling Blade, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my God, who do we have here? This guy. I'm sorry that we don't have headphones and we're talking over each other, so don't get mad, okay, Dave?
Dude, I don't know what to say. I'm like, I should be more angry right now. I should be pissed off. I'm not pissed off. I'm just like, I really appreciate that, man. That makes me feel really good.
Yeah, because I know you take this seriously, and without headphones,
shut your mouth, bro. Do you quit talking over him, Cody? I can hear you in the back.
Now I understand you get more agitated later in the day.
Let's move on to the next part of this segment called, go ahead.
I just was going to say, Dave gets agitated later in the day is what I learned when he goes home after work and he doesn't have time for this.
I don't want to hear your lips make those words right now. I'm like really, really, really pissed off.
Okay, I didn't want you to get angry so quick. What I realize is when you do Fred with the laughing, it's sort of like a chimpanzee.
Yeah, it's that's more your conventional. That's your studio laugh.
Now you're going to get mad, but I had a comment. The Morrissey shirt needs to be washed.
Yeah, it's true. But I have a few of these Morrissey shirts. It's all exactly the same.
Now, Scarlett asked Jeff, "Did you sell all of your shirts?" Every time I've seen you in the past few streams, you. All right, 2 Morrissey shirt comments. See how observant these people are.
Yeah, but because it's this is the shirt I wear to go to sleep, and I haven't done laundry yet, so I'm still sleeping in it though.
So, Fred, you're Fred. There's
So-
3 different laughs at once.
Yeah, this is the next thing on my list is tell me about your 3 different Fred laughs. What's the third one?
There's no list. I'm reading the comments on YouTube. It's not coming up here for some reason. You know, Dave Sayer did show me how, but I talked over him and he said he's not going to show me again. You know?
I just want to have a good podcast. I want this to go well. I want all of you to shine. I know a lot of you, this is your first time to do a podcast. Let's go.
Yes, Wood, we played the theme music. Can you do your impression of Wood?
Well, let's see. Go to your top left of your browser, and what do you see? And I don't see anything. Okay, go to the right of your browser. You see the little green, looks like a donut. No, I don't see it. Okay. Let's just start your computer up again. Let's start it. Let's reboot it, and show me what your. That's basically it.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, hey there, Ben. I just don't want to do these Zooms anymore or these streams. I'm busy enough as it is, and Fred keeps setting me up. He doesn't know how to set me up, and it just a lot of the bits are not going the way I want them to go. So, oh, hey there, Ben. You want to get a hand job from a flight attendant in the fucking bathroom in the fucking admin?
I should have Jeff over and have a big cage in the corner and like a parrot, and people come over and you say these phrases, just the same 3 over and over.
I love it.
That'd be a fun bit we should do. Like order a cage.
Are you really going to order a cage, though, Fred?
No, I guess I won't.
I mean, of all the things I could see you ordering, a cage would be the last one.
Well, a friend of mine used to say, if I had all the money in the world, I would put up a sign, who do you like better, Wayne Fetterman or Wayne Cotter? I go, no, you won't. He would think of all these stupid things he would do. He'd go, I would produce something. No, you wouldn't. Yeah. So
Yeah.
You're right. I'm not going to buy a cage.
Mhm.
You know, I lied. I'm loving Dollar Store Tim Dillon, someone said. We were doing a list of our favorite lonely characters. Al just said Dom DeLuise and Fatso. See, I know I sound like a jerk. I like it when the lonely guys don't get the girl in the movie because I feel worse about myself seeing that they got the girl. So,
How about Muppets in Space or From Space?
Muppets tell your face.
Man, you're gonna really love this. It's a space epic. It's got bananas involved. Take a banana by the road. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. You're gonna punch yourself in the face. You're gonna stumble over a rock and land off a cliff. Most of all, you're gonna cry. You have a good time. Take a banana for the road.
Hey, Muppets, you having a good time? Why don't you go into space? Hey, Muppets. My impression of Jeff Ross roasting the Muppets. Hey, Muppet, you having a good time? Why don't you go to space? It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like. Do you know? Have you seen that show? I like it. I think you should leave.
I have not seen. I think I've seen a couple clips.
But
I'd
he
like
would
to
do,
watch more of that one.
he would do a bit. It sounds like a bit he would do where, You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll trip over a rock, you'll call your cousin Aramek, you'll order knish after it's over and then only have 3 bites and then leave it and think, wait a minute, I want more, but they took it away. You'll go to South Street Cinema and you'll come into the movie 3 minutes late and then they'll say, you missed the credits. You'll go use the. I thought you said I'm gonna miss the coming attractions. Like he'll just go on like a long tangent. What's up, everybody?
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. It's gonna change your life because it's changed my life. I've been on this earth a little bit longer than you. A little bit longer. I've learned a lot of things. If you want to do something, you got to put your foot forward, put your other foot forward, and take a banana for the road.
Now I heard on MLC they're quoting the banana for the road joke that you were a hit, and they're quoting. Oh look, is that Jeff Ross? Who's saying take the banana for the road?
Take a banana for the road.
Fred is Gonzo, Jeff Crone just said. Oh, I get it. It's the Muppet. And just raw, Billy Crystal, he said, did you see this clip where Jeff Ross is saying this?
What did he say?
He said, I'm trying to do you during Jeff Ross. How do you do it? I was talking to, how do I warm up for it? What's up, everybody? Okay. I need to do what's up, everybody, to warm up for my Jeff Ross. What's up, everybody? I was talking to Billy Crystal. He said, you're not going to just want to do the show for a few months, kid. You want to do it for years, night after night. So
that's a lot of bananas for the road. There's almost too many bananas. So many bananas, I went bananas to the road.
I found out you're not saying the right thing, but I want to correct you because I like that you keep getting it wrong.
No, it's for the ride. I know.
Yes, but I like take a banana for the road, kid.
No, because I like that it's him warming up for the show, and he just can't. He always says road instead of ride, but then the final show he gets it right, but he's always stressing because it's the whole time he says, "Take a banana for the road, for the ride."
What's up, everybody? Dice wanted to take a picture. Oh yeah, someone's saying Dice Clay does a thing where he goes up to people. Have you seen that? And he goes, "You want a picture?"
Yeah.
It's what's up, everybody? A banana for the road. Someone's copywriting the title. Take a banana for the road. You can't. No, Jeff had us a copyrighted just by doing it here. So if you go to court, you could prove you came up with. It would be funny if you had like a lot of money and opened it like an off Broadway show called "Take a Banana for the Road" and did it like if you had a lot of money, which again I'm not going to buy a cage.
Well, you don't need it. You could still just get one. The thing's been holding me back from doing Jeff Ross without a deep fake is the hair I got. So I need a bald, but I don't want a real bald wig that I have to put on because that's kind of a pain. But I would just something, a helmet of sorts. You put the hair back there and you put something on there. And then I go, take a banana for the ride. Oops, I got it right on accident.
But I just like that he's just saying you'll love it, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll get a stomach ache, you'll think, you can't make it home, but you're really okay.
You got to be careful. This time of year, people are drinking and driving, enjoying the summer fun. But I'm Jeff Ross, and I want you to be safe this year. So I urge you, instead of bringing a beer on the road, take a banana for the ride. Take a banana for the road. Take a banana for your life. Take a banana for the road.
Me and you, we have the same backgrounds here. So, any trips to LA? Back to LA?
Nope. I'm not doing that. Nope. Just chilling. Take a banana for the ride. I'm working on that musical. Take a banana for the road. The musical. Glenn Gary, Jeff Ross. Right.
I like that. You never developed that.
Glenn Gary, Jeff Ross is if one show. But you gotta either way. You gotta take a banana for the ride.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Man. So I guess I know Cody's bored when he goes to a different picture.
Second. I'm
Take a banana on the road. He's changing it. Oh, I like that. The nose is a banana. See, this is
Yeah.
good. Okay, I
See it?
judged quickly. Yes. The nose is a banana. I would love to see a show where you're talking about, see the show, you'll laugh, you'll cry. Like during the show, you're saying, oh, who's this? Is that Wood as a Muppet? Is anyone else trying to get on the? All right, let me see. Jeff Ross.
What's up, everybody? Now we got two more Muppets. I feel like this is like the Chevy Chase's living room.
he rose so quickly.
One time I got caught in a vending machine. I didn't tell anyone for 3 weeks.
Wait a minute, I don't get that. It was caught.
This is no joke, dude. I loved it. I ate the food until I was found. That was not a joke. Are you having a good time? Why don't you tell your boys?
Let me see. Someone's trying to get on, but it's not working, Cody. Let me see.
really.
Let
Here,
me-
Yeah,
let me-
that-
Now, why were you having trouble getting on, Jeff Ross, for a while?
I don't know if it was my circuit breaker. I don't know if it was my electrical outlets. I don't know if it was my electrical strip. I don't know if it was my blender or my, but something was going on. Something wasn't right in Pleasantville. Am I having a good time? Pretty good.
But you're not. Wait. Switch to Safari. Someone was being told to switch to Safari. I don't. Did Jeff leave again? Is he mad?
Oh, wait, he got mad. Oh
my God.
Oh no! I feel terrible. Isn't this? This is terrible. Yeah, use a different browser. Use a different browser. Yeah, I was gonna drill Jeff. I was gonna do his little.
My mother would say he doesn't appreciate it.
I did the. I like him as kind of like a Barney. Like the. I know he's a taller guy, but it's like a little cartoon could be kind of fun, like this.
So Tommy the cat says we keep talking over each other. Why do you not talk over each other if you have headphones? I'm confused.
Wait, we're talking over each other?
Someone said that.
Does it sound like really bad?
Oh, let someone in the room. Someone's trying to get in. I just got a message.
Okay. I don't see anybody in the room yet.
Hmm.
Maybe there's something wrong with this. Maybe there's because you notice that we're not getting their chat, but can you? Do you want me to send you a link?
Yeah, send me the link.
What would you like it on email?
Text, but why did she just send me your text that she's trying to get in the room, a picture?
Right. Here, I'll make a new to thread to this.
You know what I love about his character, that it's so lazy. You'll
Which one,
laugh,
Lee?
you'll cry.
Right.
Hold on, Jeff Cron. We have a guest just for you.
No, here we are. Here we are.
You know what I love about that? Wait, no, we got you'll laugh, you'll cry.
I was just testing to see if I could get in because you were having trouble.
Yeah, but someone else is trying to get in.
I'm glad you. Yeah, so Wood can come in.
So wait, Wood got in, but how do you get in if you don't get the link?
I have
It's always the link.
the link's the link. That's how Jeff joins all the time. I was watching and I was like, well, maybe they're troubleshooting. So I popped on to see if it was give me an error as well. So
All
Good to
right.
see you, Wood.
and I'm using hi, how you doing? I like that Muppet of Jeff and Fred. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff got mad, so he left.
That was funny.
I'm so upset. My heart's broken. He didn't push the green button on the top left of the browser.
Here, I'm doing my little Jeff caricature.
All right. We did this for Jeff Crone. We got a guest he wanted.
Really?
She can't get on, so
Oh no! What? Try a different browser.
Or-
Use.
Well, is it on? It works on my iPad, and that's Safari. So Safari on a Mac would work,
Oh, good.
unless maybe that person has an old Internet Explorer, or they could join from their phone. But I just tested it. I'm just coming in to say hi. I'll get out of your hair.
okay. Maybe if she can get on, we'll wrap it up in a few minutes. But Wood, we'll talk later. Thank you.
All right, later, guys.
All right.
Hey, good to see you, Wood.
Later.
Stream room.
Oh, here we are.
Hey,
Hey.
Jen.
Hey, Freddie.
Someone was asking about you.
Who?
Do you know
Oh,
Jeff? Do you know
Huh?
Jeff Crone?
Who? Why isn't it playing on my head thing? Jeff who? Sorry.
Crone.
Yes.
Where do you know Jeff from?
I don't know. Sounds familiar though.
He was.
Jeff.
So basically, I'll show you what we do. Cody, can you show some of the pictures? So I do a stream where I hang out with Cody. People talk, ask questions, and he illustrates these little things I do.
Oh,
you,
wow.
do you have the sound on something else? I hear it coming back. It's like a radio show.
Let me take out. Well, it's not on the air. So let me put them away.
All right.
Be
Now,
meeting
Jeff
Billy
Crone-
supposed to be meeting Billy Reback Billy Bach back for dinner.
So, oh, you're gonna meet Billy Reback.
Yeah.
All right, we have a lot of people. We've been on it for a while, but we're about to go in a few minutes ourselves. But Bill Zemi used to live in Chicago. I mean, Jeff Crone. So I think he knew Bill.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So he was asking, did Bill ever get my book? I don't know how he knew that he wanted my book. That's a weird. How did he know that?
No. Did he know that Bill wanted your book?
Yeah, let me see what he says. And he
Okay.
went, Jan, so he knows you. To the people watching, this is Jan Karam. We were on the Young Comedian special together. We had Steve Scrovian on earlier, and Charles Zucker was commenting. So
Oh.
we're all from the same era. You started in what's it called? Arizona.
Arizona, yeah. Yeah.
And she's been
The
she
Tonight
sent me a-
Show, Letterman, Seinfeld,
Yeah.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You sent me a link that I'll look at later.
I sent you a link?
something with the thing. Jen Karam, comedic genius. I don't know what that means.
I didn't send
Genius.
you a link.
Genius. No, people are commenting. Hi, Jan. I heard about you and Fred's book on the Young Comedian Special, and I saw you on Dr. Katz.
Yeah, you're on
Oh.
Dr. Katz episode.
Yes, yes.
So you have a lot of listeners right now?
Not tons, but the ones on are very loyal. They just.
Oh wow! Hi everyone. It's a bad because I'm have to get ready to go, so I'm like feeding the cats.
All right.
They're feeding the cats. They're feeding the dogs.
Could I
They're
see?
the people that live there.
Could you put the camera on the cats? Could I see them?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me put this down.
So, Jan was in the Seinfeld episode about the Menage a Trois, if you remember. I think we lost her, but at least she figured out how to get on
That's cool.
because Wood helped.
Yeah, we got some folks
So
coming.
that is not Jen Karam the hooker. Oh, I get it. She's all right. We lost her, but how much more of this? All right, just show me. Okay, so that's the. Where are you up?
They're,
Oh, look how cute. Let me see. Oh,
They're
look
really
at that one. A cow. That's so cute.
I
Wait.
know he has like a haircut. He has a bowl cut. Wait, hold on.
Aw. And did I get along?
Yeah, they're kittens. No, come on here. This one wants to eat the adult, and this is so they're kittens that were rescued. So they're looking for homes. Come here, I'll get you. Come on.
You just keep them in the bathroom because they fight?
No, because so they're being fostered, right? And so the adult cats want to eat their food. The adult cats want to eat the kittens' food. So I put them in the bathroom.
Oh.
So anyway, someone had a question.
Well, he had the question, Jeff Crone, how did you know Bill Zemi wanted my book? He said
Who's Jeff Crone?
he's a great guy. Him and Scarlett are most loyal to the stream. They're on it all the time. I'm going to go to Ohio for a screening of Dumb and Dumber and do a Q&A and sign things, and he's going to go along with Scarlett and some other people. And he directed commercials in Ohio. He does
Jeff Crone. Okay, so Jeff
no,
Crone
in
knows.
Chicago. He's done
Jeff
a lot of
Crone knows Bill
commercials,
Zemi?
so he knows Bill from Chicago.
Oh.
And so that's a great story. Bill, after he died, got the book published.
Which book?
The Carson book.
He didn't get it published. He didn't finish it. Yeah.
I thought someone
Oh,
helped
it
get
did
it
get
published.
published. Somebody, his friend Mike Thomas finished it, but I didn't know that. I saw it, and I guess he went ahead and finished it.
Okay.
So sorry.
wait.
Look at my hair. I'm just distracted because I have to go. But can we?
I'll let you go, but I thought we'd do a quick hello. If you love Dr. Katz people, we got big Dr. Katz fans. So
Oh, hi everyone. Look at I'm all like I wasn't expecting company.
okay.
I
But
have to feed the cats and I have to go. We're feeding the cats. We're feeding the dogs. But I have to, and then I have to meet Billy Reed back, and I have to text him
all right. Well, you tell them hello. We'll let you
real
go,
quick.
and we'll talk. Also, my dad just texted back.
Did everybody watch the video of in
Yes.
my bed? Or
Yeah, I'm going to post that.
okay.
All right. You have a great night. I'll talk soon.
Also, it's like a bad connection, right? It's real wobbly.
Yeah.
Is that
What
the streaming platform or the app or?
Yeah. All right. Let's talk later.
Okay,
It's a
we'll
bad
do it again.
connection.
Okay. Thank
What
you.
is getting there?
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Nice meeting you.
Good
Okay.
night.
Nice. Is that
Hey, take
Jeff?
care.
Is that Jeff? No.
No, he's
No,
not.
this is the artist.
He's the artist.
Oh, the artist. Okay.
Okay, we'll
It
talk
was nice
later.
meeting you. I'll talk to you later.
I guess you have to, yeah. So that's the last shot, huh? About the
Well, that was cool to have her on. It was.
yeah, we just have a little bit of everybody. What's up?
What's up, everybody? There he is, Jeff. Take a banana for the ride.
Take a banana for the ride. So, all right,
So,
you
yeah.
got two more panels to do. That and then the guy. So we can
Maybe I can do a little bit in the morning and then.
yeah. We'll regroup in the morning, but we got some watch hours, baby. And that was good talking to Steve. You figured out, yeah, the second shot is I'm already in.
Yep.
And I think it's great. Any last comments? Anybody? Do you like this? Gary always says he likes it. He gives a positive.
Wonderful.
All right. So you're not working tomorrow, Cody?
I am working tomorrow, but it's from 2 to 10. So I have the morning. So if I wake up early, I'll get some more.
No stress. So,
But it would
well,
be to get it done. I'm kind of excited.
So basically, I had fun. We talked to Steve. That was fun.
Yeah. I love that.
Hold
That was
the 90s
really
down. Yep, that was Jan was one of those 90s comedians that was on all the Comic Strip Live, Evening at the Improv. She did all that stuff. And so we got some work done. Cody, was Norm nice in real life? Yes. And we're drinking a bottle of booze in the back alley. What you talking about? Oh, I keep doing Jeff. So Cody,
Yeah.
when you click off, if you're the moderator of this,
Yeah.
you could see it tells you how many watch hours we got. You know, once we click off, it tells you. So you should see that.
Since this isn't this is Restream, I don't know what it does for
Okay.
that, but I can see if it does.
Raphael says this was on so long he even forgot Steve was here. Well, that's a compliment. All right, I'm actually going to get dinner. I haven't eaten.
Oh my, yeah, we'll get yeah. What are you thinking of? Chinese or?
I don't know. Had it the other night, but maybe I'll do it again. I'll be crazy.
Yeah, piece of pizza.
Piece of pizza, which I got yesterday.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm missing out on these pizza parties.
Yep.
Gotta
Well,
eat.
you got to come here. We'll fly you in sometime if you're not afraid, or if you want to drive. You got to come back to LA.
Yes, that'd be fun.
But before then, I will see you in Ohio in person.
That'll be cool.
All right.
We can eat
Well,
some pizza then.
I don't know where I'm going to eat, Rocker, man. I'm gonna make a decision in a few minutes. I don't have anything to cook. So thank you, Cody.
Yes.
And let's talk later. I'll leave and we'll talk later.
Sounds great.
Thank you for all your hard work, Cody.
Thank you for the entertainment.
Okay, I will eat some vegetables. You guys have a great night.
See you, Fred. I'm trying to find my camera. I can't seem to.
I'll leave. Make it easy. All right.
See you guys.